Anyways, we got the kit for Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, and it is a little all over the place. Got a lot of stuff going on in it. It's got 3 specials, a basic, and then, pretty decent stuff across the entire board. And this is, apparently I was completely wrong. I thought this was based off of the Jedi Fallen Order Cal. No, this is the guy we get at the beginning of Jedi Survivor, so that makes a lot more sense than what I was initially thinking. And his abilities have a lot to go through. He can armor shred, which is great. He has really great Jedi synergy across the board. He can dispel buffs on his basic and hand out buffs to teammates like Annie. I didn't actually read up it. So yeah, he can do a lot of good things. Also, his 3rd special, the Impetuous Assault, which is the cross guard special ability, will instantly defeat an enemy the first time it's used, I believe. The wording of that is really confusing. I'm believing the way we've deciphered it, it looks like it's supposed to instantly kill like cats the first time it's used, and then afterwards you gotta build up to it for it to do more damage and all that stuff. So the configurations, they're using different terms for their different moves, like not different moves, but the different way his stances are used in Survivor, in Jedi Survivor. They're calling them like configuration and dash, cross guard, or Whirlwind Slam, not Whirlwind Slam, but dual wield, or whatever. So, and apparently he's really good as a leader in territory battles. I don't know if you'll want him or JML as the leader in territory battles because of all this stuff we'll get to in a minute. And alternating his specials of Whirlwind Slam and Windmill defense will benefit him greatly. And he will be available tomorrow on the 28th of June. So if you didn't wail out on him, on his Rex, then you've only got a week to do it because his event ends on July 5th and we have no idea when his event will return. And also, he's immune to ability block, stun, and fear, which is a part of his unique. It's pretty strong. I don't know how I feel about his kit, honestly. It looks really interesting. Oh, hold on, Bomo was saying something. Oh. It's okay, Bomo. I know you. No, Bomo was in here. He thought he was quiet because he thought I was recording. But anyways, okay. So get on to his kit here. His basic, his only thing, is less civilized age. He deals physical damage to the target enemy and dispels all buffs on them. Excuse me. If it is his turn, he unlocks Whirlwind Slam, Windmill defense, and Impetuous Assault for a turn, and then he gains a bonus turn. During this bonus turn, he ignores taunt effects and may use Whirlwind Slam, Windmill defense, and Impetuous Assault, which will be extremely beneficial since he can ignore taunts. We'll get to that in a minute, in a little bit. His first special, which is Whirlwind Slam, it's an Omicron ability. It is, if he doesn't have configuration double bladed, he loses configuration, and he gains the configuration double bladed for the rest of the battle, and 5 stacks of Impetuous, maxing out at 30 until the end of the encounter. Impetuous is his own little unique buff that gives him 1% offense. He loses 1% defenses, and then all his abilities gain additional effects. But anyways, back to Whirlwind Slam. It deals physical damage and inflicts speed down for 2 turns on all enemies. If he didn't have configuration double bladed at the start of his turn, this is what happens. All allies gain advantage for 4 turns. You stun the target enemy for a turn and inflict armor shred for the rest of the encounter, and you daze everyone else for 2 turns. What double blade gives him stat wise is 50% offense and tenacity, and then plus 2 speed per stack of Impetuous. So already you're getting him 10 extra speed just by using this to. I don't think you would start off with this ability, honestly. You'd probably do it as like a second go around, probably. Anyways, while in territory battles, the next time he uses Windmill defense, which is the one that we'll get to in a moment, he recovers 50% health and protection and gives all allies protection up, 20% stacking for 2 turns for each use of Whirlwind Slam since the last use of Windmill defense, which I think means you'll have to alternate when you're doing what and all that. If he didn't have configuration double bladed at the start of the turn, instead, this is what happens. All allies gain advantage for 4 turns. You stun an enemy for a turn. Oh, this is completely different. You stun all enemies for 1 turn and inflict them with armor shred for the rest of the encounter. So instead of it being 1 enemy being stunned and inflicting them with armor shred, it's all of them getting armor shredded and stunned. Pretty fancy. Didn't catch that in my first read through. His second special is a Zeta, Windmill defense. If he doesn't have dual wield at the start of a turn, he loses configuration, gains configuration dual wield instead, and gains 5 stacks of Impetuous for, blah blah blah. Rest of the encounter. You dispel all debuffs on all allies and call the target other ally to assist. Cal gains protection up 50% stacking for 4 turns, which cannot be copied. If he didn't have dual wield at the start of his turn, Jedi Knight Cal gains reqs for 2 turns, which cannot be copied, dispelled, or prevented. So that is a pretty darn annoying thing to deal with because you can't get rid of it. And if he actually does damage, that means he can do pretty hefty sum because reqs allows you to counterattack. Jedi allies gain protection up 20% stacking and retribution for 2 turns, and the target other Jedi ally gains a bonus turn. Dual wield gives them 100% counter chance anyways, and 50% defense. Enemies have minus 2% offense per stack of Impetuous, and whenever another ally attacks out of turn, this character is called to assist, limited once per turn. Kind of a neat little thing there, giving him 50% more defense, and 100% counter chance means you'll basically be countering anyways, but yeah. Now for the other special, Impetuous Assault, which is a Zeta and Omicron. If he didn't have configuration crossguard at the start of turn, he loses configuration, gains configuration crossguard instead, and loses 5 stacks of Impetuous. So you are gaining crossguard, which is a decent thing as it is. The crossguard one is very all over the place, but it's not horrible. But the next line is really important. The first time Impetuous Assault is used, this encounter instantly defeat target enemy. So the way we're believing this is worded, because it's very confusingly set up, because it looks like it's like going to be Kat's thing, where the first time she uses her leap, it instantly kills the enemy. So, that would be pretty annoying to contend with. But then at the bottom, we'll get to that in a moment, it says something else. Deal physical damage to target enemy, inflict target enemy of the ability block, and stack it for a turn, and inflict all enemies with forced influence for 4 turns. The forced influence comes from Cal Kestis, which is you cannot assist or counterattack or gain buffs, so that would be rather annoying. However, it can be dispelled and cleansed, so you can get rid of it pretty easily. And then all other allies gain defense pin up for 2 turns. The crossguard configuration gives Cal 50% crit damage and defense penetration. He loses 25% defense and speed, but he also deals an additional 25% of his max health as damage when attacking. So you might need to have him extremely healthy and probably decently fast would be my guess the way to mod him. I don't really know. I'll have to wait and see. But I won't be getting him anytime soon anyways because my Cal reqs are nowhere close. Okay, so this is where it gets a little confusing for me. So you know how I said the first time Impetuous Assault is used, it instantly kills someone? At the bottom of the Omicron one, it says something different. However, we'll get there in a second. In the territory battles, Impetuous Assault deals an additional 10% of the target's max health per Jedi Knight Cal Kestis' relic and fire level. So that's pretty meaty. It's like if you have a relic 7, that would be 7% of the target's max health, so that'd be pretty good. After Impetuous Assault is used, Jedi Knight Cal Kestis' attacks ignore protection, and all allies gain 300% of Jedi Knight Cal Kestis' base offense for the rest of the battle. Luckily, this is locked away into territory battles, because if this was not locked in territory battles, this would be kind of a pain in the ass to deal with in Grand Arena or Territory War. And then the reason why I said this ability slightly confuses me is it also says this ability cannot be used unless Jedi Knight Cal Kestis has 30 stacks of Impetuous. So the way I'm viewing this is, I mean, the problem is it looks like you can only really use this once, because whenever you switch from, the dual wield or double bladed configuration to crossguard, you're losing 5 stacks. However, you can only have 30 stacks to begin with, so where are you going to get the additional 5 to use as a second third, or so on and so on, after you use it the first time to instantly kill a target enemy, like the target enemy you're going for. So I'm not really sure what the best way to do or use this ability will be. I guess time will tell. I'll have to wait and see how people use him in territory battles. Now, for his leadership, it's pretty interesting. His final text is pretty simple. It's called Weight of the Galaxy. It's an Omicron. Go figure. Jedi allies gain 50% defense, counter chance, and offense. That's it. That's pretty good. That's pretty simplistic leadership. However, it gets even more on top of that once it's in territory battles. The Ami. At the start of the battle, allies gain 100% max health and protection, and 300% of Jedi Knight Cal Kestis' defense. that is a lot of defense. It'll mean maybe it'll keep you alive a little longer than normally. At the start of each encounter, allies gain 25% TM and Frenzy for 2 turns. So you're basically getting a free Frenzy tech. Defeated enemies cannot be revived, so that's pretty useful. Maybe there's something coming with territory battles, like a new planet that will have... Well, I mean, unless they have a light... Oh no, that might be a good way of getting rid of the stacks, because defeated enemies can't be revived. That'd be a good way of doing that. And stacks of Impetuous persist across encounters. Ah, interesting. But do you get stacks of Impetuous? No, you don't. Okay. We'll have to figure out the best way. I'll have to watch someone explain how to get the best bang for your buck out of the Impetuous Assault. Now, for his unique, which is the only one there is, it is Jedi Survivor. The text for it is pretty simplistic. Jedi Knight Cal Kestis is immune to ability block, fear, and stun. Whenever another Jedi ally attacks at turn, he recovers 10% health. All Jedi allies are immune to cooldown manipulation from enemies, which... This is a pretty darn good thing, because you can run this under JML and make it a lot harder for that team to be stopped, because you're not going to be able to reduce their, not reduce, but increase their cooldowns, which will mean you're kind of SOL and going to have to do your best on figuring out how to get through this, because Cal is going to kill someone from the jump, because he can ignore taunt. So... Ah! Okay, now I'm beginning to see how things work. Okay, hold on. Okay, anyways. Whenever the Jedi ability is inflicted with fear, they gain damage immunity for a turn and 60% turn meter. That's kind of annoying. Whenever Cal Kestis, Jedi Knight Cal Kestis gains a configuration, he gains 5 stacks of Impetuous until max 30 until the end of the encounter. So that would explain away the whole confusion I had just now about the crossguard, because so say you're at 30 stacks and you're ready, you get around the Cal's turn and you're ready to go. You're ready to use crossguard again to kill someone, or use it again after you've already instantly killed someone. So you're at 30, you switch to crossguard, you lose the 5 stacks, but then you also are gaining the 5 from his unique, which offsets the whole, losing 5 as soon as you switch to the Impetuous Assault configuration crossguard stuff, So that makes a lot more sense now. I probably should have fully read everything before I did this video, but yeah, I mean, his kit is interesting. It looks like this is gonna be the way JML will be boosted some. Like I said, I'm not going to be able to get him for a while because, well, my characters are nowhere near ready. Like, we can look at unaligned force users real quick. Cal's only gear 12, so he's ready for the event. Seer, I just got her the 5-star. And then the other ones are not much better. Tarful's taking forever to drop. He's only 4-star. Saw is also 4-star. So, and then Marin is also 4-star. I almost forgot about her. But yeah, I won't be getting Jedi Knight Cal tomorrow or this week, because I'm not going to spin on him, because I am trying to go for the Leviathan, obviously. But yeah, this is definitely an interesting, very, very interesting kid. How meta he will make the JML team will remain to be seen. But I feel like it'll help JML pretty decently, honestly. I mean, being able to have Cal instantly kill someone from the jump is lovely. Then he can start helping with flipping around the configurations between double-bladed and dual-wielding. So that's going to be an interesting way of boosting up that team. And yeah, hopefully this made some semblance of sense, because I'm kind of all over the place on it. I thought it was a little busted at first, but now reading it seems like it's somewhat balanced. I've actually like fully read it and like kind of have a grasp on it. But yeah, let me know what y'all think of Cal. Are you gonna get him or not? Let me know in the comments. And thank you for watching, and I will catch you all later on, and I hope you have a good day.